Another one is correlation matrix. Think you already studied in some max about this correlation matrix.
Mhm.
And another one is chi-square. So using this correlation matrix, we can able to find the important attributes of a continuous variable. That is for regression. So regression problems will be having the output as continuous variable. So based on this, we'll be able to find the important features, like I already explained in regularization, right? So it will manually, we can manually display the numbers. So in correlation matrix, the values will be range from -1 to 1. So one is positively correlated and the negative one is negatively correlated.
Mhm.
So if you have an output variable, so for output variable, if they have some negative feature, negative correlation and a positive correlation means that are the important attributes for this output because that contributes majority of the input from that.
Mhm.
So highly correlated attributes. So like this, we can able to find what are the important features, what are the least important features. Usually, they will delete some of the features if they have the value around 0.05, both in positive and negative. Let's say plus or minus 0.05. If it's near to this means you can delete that particular feature because it won't contribute that much to the model. Like I already mentioned, using this principal component analysis, we are eliminating some of the features. So here
Mhm.
also we can able to manually eliminate some of the features.
Mhm.
So another one is in correlation, we have -1 to +1. Even between the input attributes, we'll be having some high correlation. Let's take an example. Let's say temperature, and let's have another attribute called atmospheric temperature.
Mhm.
So both are temperature. If one temperature increases, the another will automatically increase because both are almost related. So it will be having some high correlation between each other. So we can delete one of any one of the attributes in order to reduce some least important attributes because both are capturing the same pattern because if it's increase, the other one is also automatically increase.
Okay.
So using this also you can able to eliminate some of the features. So you can use this input attributes technique even for classification or other applications also. If you want to find the output and you need to find the highly correlated values for the output means that is only for regression applications you can use. So the other one is chi-square. So this is also feature selection metric. So this is for classification. So in classification, we will be having some categories of classes in the end. So based on that categories, it will automatically find and assign some scores for the features from top to bottom. So from this scores, we can able to select the top 10 features out of those 50. So let's consider we have 50 features initially. We need to get the top 10 features. You can use this chi-square algorithm to get top 10 features. This will be n, so you can change the n according to your application or need. Now, apart from this, you have another technique called recursive feature elimination. So what it actually does is it will just train with the whole number of whole features, and recursively it will eliminate one feature at a time. Let's say we have 50 attributes. You are eliminating one attribute, that is the least important attribute, and you will check the metric whether the metric is changed from before or not. So if it's not that much affected means you will just eliminate that feature. If it affects so much means it will be an important feature. So based on that, it will assign some scores. So like this also, you can able to get the top features from this.
So all of these algorithms are just used to eliminate features that are not very important.
Yeah, you need to select the important features carefully because like for small data sets, it's fine. You will be having some few number of features you can able to easily train with your local machine. But if you go for some professional environment means usually sometimes the features can be in millions. So you obviously need to use some of these techniques in order to reduce some data for training. Most of the time they will just use this PCA to reduce most of the data. Sometimes you can able to manually select or deselect the data using this techniques.
Okay.